I'm BJ Gray with this week's Coach's Corner. Have you noticed how many leaders at the top have unchecked egos? No checks and balances to their behavior. Maybe it's because they can't see it or they're unaware of it, or maybe it's because the business won't check them if they're experiencing some high success. I recently listened to a podcast called The Drive by Dr. Peter Attia, and he interviewed Robert Abbott, the ESPN journalist who did the story on Bobby Knight, legendary Indiana Hoosier basketball coach. They talked about unchecked egos and anger and how that can destroy your career. Dr. Peter Attia is particularly interested in this because he has become more aware in recent years of his own unchecked anger, driven out of the need for living as a perfectionist. That doesn't sound so damaging, but it can be if your mindset is to jump to anger when things aren't perfect. Think about that happening at your work, with your boss, or with you as the boss. Perfectionism is the ego, needing to not show weakness or disapproval. And anger is from not getting the result you want, your expectations met, and everyone else is to blame. If you're going to be able to overcome this, you have to be aware of the problem or admit there is a problem. Well, Dr. Peter Attia can and is going to write a book about it, but Coach Bobby Knight couldn't, and it led to abusing players and losing his job. A lot of times these leaders are charming, and they have a way of sustaining the cycle of abuse and anger with shame and apologies after. The shame and apologies are tricky because they make the abused feel like they get it, and they're going to change. But if you were really to address this person's behavior and ask them to get help, they would not believe they needed to. They are not capable of having that level of awareness. So why can Dr. Peter Attia have it and others can't? I believe it comes down to the ability to have real empathy, putting yourself in the person's shoes and feeling what they are experiencing working with you. Listen, to some extent, we all have unchecked egos. So a mentor or a leadership coach can help you uncover a deeper understanding of your motivations and defenses and escort you on the journey that allows the subconscious to become conscious. And once you have a greater awareness of your ego fixations, you can change behaviors and reach your highest potential as a leader, a partner, and a parent. Thanks for listening to this edition of Coach's Corner. Connect with me directly on LinkedIn or at bjgray.com. Until next time, I'm BJ from Coach's Corner.